Imagine looking up at the night sky and seeing absolutely nothing. No moon, no stars, no Milky Way, just endless darkness. For nearly 100 million years, this was the entire universe. But hidden inside that darkness, gravity was quietly preparing one of the greatest transformations in cosmic history. This is the story of how the very first stars were born. Welcome back to Chronoverse. In our last episode, we witnessed the birth of the universe through the Big Bang. Atoms had finally formed, and ancient light was free to travel across space. But then, everything went dark. Not for minutes, not for centuries, for millions of years. Scientists call this period the Cosmic Dark Ages. The name sounds frightening, but the universe wasn't dangerous. It was simply empty. Imagine walking into a city where every single light has been switched off. The buildings are still there, the streets still exist, but without lights, everything disappears into darkness. The early universe was similar. Hydrogen and helium filled space like an invisible fog. There were no stars to illuminate it, no planets, no galaxies, only endless darkness stretching in every direction. If you could somehow stand there, you wouldn't see your own hands. You wouldn't even know which way was up. The universe had all the ingredients needed to create stars. It just hadn't learned how to use them yet. Although the universe looked calm, something invisible was happening. Gravity. Every tiny cloud of hydrogen pulled on every other cloud, very slowly, almost unbelievably slowly. These enormous clouds began drifting toward one another. Think about raindrops forming on a window. Tiny droplets slowly slide together. Eventually, they merge into one much larger drop. Gravity was doing something similar. Only instead of water, it was gathering gigantic clouds of gas spanning hundreds of light years. Millions of years passed, then tens of millions. The clouds became denser, hotter, heavier. The universe was preparing to create its first stars. Eventually, the pressure inside these clouds became unimaginable. The very center grew hotter than millions of degrees. Then, something extraordinary happened. Hydrogen atoms began fusing together. They released enormous amounts of energy. The first star had ignited. After nearly 100 million years of darkness, the universe saw light for the very first time. One star became hundreds. Hundreds became thousands. Slowly, the darkness began disappearing. The first sunrise in the history of the universe had begun. These weren't ordinary stars like our sun. Scientists call them population 3 stars. Because the universe only contained hydrogen and helium, these stars became absolutely enormous. Many were hundreds of times more massive than the sun. Imagine replacing our sun with a star so large that if it stood where our sun is today, it would completely dominate our solar system. These giants burned incredibly hot. But there was a price. The brighter they burned, the faster they lived. Some survived only a few million years. A tiny lifespan compared to our sun, which is expected to shine for about 10 billion years in total. These first stars weren't just producing light, they were building the universe. Inside their blazing cores, new elements began to form. Carbon, oxygen, silicon, iron. Elements that didn't exist after the Big Bang. Everything around you today, the oxygen you breathe, the calcium in your bones, the iron in your blood, can trace its origins back to stars like these. Without the first stars, there would be no planets, no Earth, no life, no us. Eventually, these gigantic stars reached the end of their lives, and when they died, they didn't simply fade away. They exploded with unimaginable power. Their explosions scattered newly created elements across the universe. Those elements would soon come together to build something even greater. The first galaxies. And that's exactly where our journey continues. In the next episode of Chronoverse, we'll witness how countless stars came together to create the first galaxies, the cosmic cities that would shape the universe forever. Because the story of time has only just begun.